Hey guys, wanted to talk to you a little bit about this whole stock market thing and what everybody's saying. Trump has done a great job in the last few years for the stock market, and a lot of people think that the stock market's just going to crash. And a lot of people are scared of Biden and the stock market and what's going to happen. And I'm not talking about I'm a Trump supporter or I'm a Biden supporter or anything like that. I'm just going to talk about the stock market. The government does not make stock prices go up. Okay. Companies have to execute. They have to make their sales, they have to make their earnings numbers, and they have to give good guidance. That means that as they report their financial statements every 90 days, they have to, by law, as the public companies, then they also give guidance. So they're going to report the current situation of their numbers, how much money they sold, and who some of the key customers they have and some of their key markets, how their key products are doing. They're also going to talk about their earnings. And their earnings are, their sales minus their liabilities and how much money is left over. Okay. And that's the earnings. So they got to grow sales and they got to grow earnings, and they got to grow them over what they did last year, over what they did last quarter, with the exceptions of some market volatility that's out of their control, like COVID. A lot of companies get hall passes going forward on projected growth and how well they should be doing. Okay. But they also have to give guidance, and guidance is what they think is going to happen in the market. So let's talk about where we are today. We had first quarter and we weren't really impacted by COVID. Most companies in the first quarter calendar year, they do about 18 to 21% of their business, sometimes a little bit more. Okay. It's not proportional at 25% per quarter in 4 quarters. Okay. The second quarter is a bigger quarter. Okay. Usually 26, 28%. Third quarter is a smaller quarter because internationally, Europe goes on vacation the month of August. Third quarter is our biggest quarter. Okay. And that's what we're entering in. Now the election is still in turmoil or whatever. Companies are executing to bring in the most inventory. They're bringing in, they're getting ready for all their big sales and all their big revenue. And their customers know at the end of the year, whatever industry they're in, that everyone's trying to get as many sales in as they can. And a lot of customers are smart and they wait to the last minute to get the biggest discounts they can. So we're about to go into a huge Q4, end up Q4. And some companies are going to blow it out. Blow it out. Okay. It's not the government that makes the stock market. It's the execution of these companies. So Amazon is going to kill it. I mean, they are going to absolutely crush it. There are other companies that are going to crush it. Best Buy could crush it because everybody's been buying all these new houses, especially down here in Texas. People have been moving from New York and California here in droves. But anyways, there's lots of companies that are going to do well. But I also want to talk about whoever the president is. Let's just talk about the thing a lot of people are worried about. If Biden becomes the president, okay? If Biden becomes the president, people are still going to make money in the stock market. Tons of money in the stock market. Stock market is still going to do well. Companies are still going to do well. It's not the government that makes the money, okay? We're not on welfare in companies. We're doing the right thing. We're finding relationships with customers. We're taking care of our customers. We're coming out with great products. We're delivering what we say we're going to do. We have, loyalty. A lot of people buy. We have brand. We advertise. We do a lot of things to make sales and revenue work. Okay. But if Biden becomes president, and he's already told you and relayed these things he's going to do, he's going to focus on climate. Well, is there a climate stock that we think is going to be good? Well, one in particular for me is Tesla. I've already crushed it on Tesla, and I love Tesla, and I love Elon Musk. But Tesla, and also the supply chain, the guys who build the batteries, okay? By the year 2025, a lot of states are saying that it's going to be all electric cars only. So those guys are set up to crush it, okay? Biden said climate that's one of his major areas. Another major area is infrastructure. Infrastructure, he's talking about building roads and all this other stuff and hiring, doing big construction projects and driving jobs that way. Well, to be honest with you, the difference between a construction company and another construction company, there's not much. Usually politicians get kickbacks for giving it to one construction company or another. Okay. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it could. But the thing is that Caterpillar and John Deere and the tractor companies are going to kill it. Okay. If there's huge infrastructure projects, guess who's going to win? Okay. There's lots of other industries, the housing industry. If taxes continue to increase in some of these other places like California, New York, people are going to move out in droves to other places. And with the Fed keeping interest rates low, housing is going to continue to be strong. I didn't say commercial real estate. I said housing, okay? And the companies that provide things that support housing are going to do well, including Home Depot, including Best Buy. I like Best Buy for Christmas as an example. The other area that Biden has sent signals to is tech, especially the social media companies, and more importantly, the cryptocurrencies, okay? Libra is the cryptocurrency Facebook has come out with. He's already signaled that he loves cryptocurrencies and thinks Facebook is fine to have a cryptocurrency, and people have been fighting Facebook to have a monopoly on all these different things. Well, Facebook could be a great winner out of the cryptocurrency world, okay? Bitcoin is projected from Morgan Stanley. It's at $16,000. They're talking about it could possibly be an explosion in Bitcoin. Some crazy numbers like $300,000 a coin, okay? I'm not saying buy Bitcoin, but I'm just telling you that the government does not make the economy work. Now, there are some industries that can be influenced by government. Okay. And the other thing you should understand right now is that when you look at companies, they do business all over the world. And the US is one of the easiest places to do business. There's some crazy places to do business that all these corporate companies are doing business today. Not just China, but Africa, but Russia, but South America, Brazil, some of these places, Japan, some of these places are completely different to do business in than here in the United States. It's got crazy rules, crazy laws, crazy accounting. And guess what? Companies are still executing. So do not worry about the economy and do not worry about the stock market. There should be some areas that you just have to migrate yourself to those places. This year has been the easiest year in history of me being in the stock market for over 30 years to look at an easy way to make money because the government said you can be open and you can't. So it's been very, very simple, okay? And as we come out with a vaccine and everything bounces back and we get control of all this COVID and the media quits pushing this whole political agenda on us that makes people upset and scared, honestly, the scariness helps the stock market, okay? It makes things go down, but guess what? They go back up. So you have an incredible opportunity sitting right in front of you. Now, every time I do these chats, I get so many guys telling me the stock market's crashing, you better invest in gold and everything else. Well, guess what, guys? Keep investing in gold and I'll keep investing in the stock market. And we'll see how we end up. You're saying that all companies are going to be obliterated and no companies in the world will survive and it's all going to be nuclear holocaust? Well, I don't live my life like that and I hope you guys don't either. But just understand you can make money in this market. And do not worry that, a government political side, whether one side or the other is winning, the stock market is going to continue to move and you can still make money. I hope this helps you. And I hope you still have a positive outlook on whichever way it goes. And I didn't tell you, who I voted for. But if you know me, you probably already know. See you later.